to show you how to make paste to make boilies. So this is based on the old Scopex squid recipe, and I've adapted it myself to suit the base mix, and it's just a really good mix. So it's dead simple. I'll run through all the ingredients that we need, how to measure them, and then how to make the paste before you roll it. So I will start off on what you need. Right. So get a little thing to scoop your base mix out of, put it in your bowl. So I'm using a little jug, measuring jug. It's not for measuring, it's just for scooping the stuff out. Need something to measure your liquids in, either a syringe or a little pot. This is a little medicine pot that I got from the hospital. So that's for measuring all your flavours and your oils. Eggs, medium eggs. Cod liver oil. I get this from Moss Lane Pet Supplies, and it's cod liver oil for horses for putting in the feed. It's $9.99 for a whole litre, so it's good, really good stuff. It's got extra vitamins in as well. Krill oil. It's like rocking horse poop, this stuff, but I got it off my mate Fred, and it's brilliant. Now I use these two to make the red liver oil that was in the original recipe, but you can't get it anymore. It was discontinued about 10 years ago, so if you've got a bottle of red liver oil from Nash, keep hold of it, because you can't get it. So I'll mix these two together to make my own red liver oil. King of Flavours, Mr. Scopex, and some sweetener as well. I'm using Sweet Aid from Mainline. I just like it, just used it. I used to use Pro Tasters from Nash, but they stopped doing it. I think what they've done is they've gone down the line of not making the flavours available anymore, because then people just buy freezer bakes off them for $12.99 a pop or more. So I make my own, and it's a lot easier. And a little pot for mixing all the oils together before I put it into my eggs. Just makes things easier. And last but not least, the base mix that we made yesterday. Okay, there we go. It's all settled nicely. It's all well mixed, no bits in it. Right, and last, mixing bowl with a fork so you can mix all your liquids together. Right, and a brew. Okay, gotta have a brew. Right, coffee down the neck, and we will start mixing. Right, eggs first. So we're going to do six eggs, 6 medium eggs. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, give them a little swirl up, break them up a bit. You don't want to beat them too much, so I wouldn't recommend putting them in a blender or a food processor to do this, because it puts too much air in the mix, and then when it comes to rolling, or when you've rolled it and boiled it, you get some that float. So don't do that, just mix it by hand, unless you've got one of them bread mixer thingies that bake companies have. Right, so the red liver oil. Oh, wasp trying to sting my ear. Okay, your krill oil. I will doubt that people will be able to get this, because it is very expensive, really expensive. Wouldn't like to put a price on a bottle, but if you can, or you can find it somewhere, get some and keep it secret, alright, because it's good stuff. Right, so we're going to mix this 50-50, so we're going to put 10 ml of the krill oil in, and then 10 of the cod liver oil, and then that's going to be the red liver oil. Okay, so be accurate with this, because once this is gone, it's gone forever. Alright, so just pouring that in there. Okay, Okay, coming up for 10 now. 10. Make sure the lid is really tight, because if you get this on anything, it stains it. That's pure krill oil, so it's full of aminos and it's really rich. So good carb additive, and the cod liver oil, so we need 10 of that as well. Okay, so same pot, mix it up to 20. There we go. Alright, so that is your oils going into your mix. Okay, there we go. That goes in the eggs. Okay, there we go, all out. Scopex. So I'm only going to put in 5 mil because it's only a 6 egg mix. Okay, and because I don't use any bait, 5 mil seem quite high, but it is. I don't use a lot of bait, so I want some attraction. Not if I was doing a long-term baiting campaign, I'd probably drop down at 3 mil, but 5's fine if you're only putting a small amount of bait in. Okay, so 5. 5 more goes in. So it's a little bit stronger than the original recipe, but I want that boosted attraction. And I've caught on these like just throwing out a single bottom bait as well, so that little extra flavour does help. And then 2 mil. It's on the bottle it says 2 mil per 500 grams of base mix, so I'm just doing 6 eggs instead. It's pretty much the same, so it's very sweet, this stuff. Okay, just on 2 mil. There we go. Right, and we will give that a little bit of a mix up. You see how red that liver oil is there, so it just helps the colour as well. It really does give it like a quite vibrant red colour. So there we go. You can put a couple of bottles of not a couple of bottles, Christ, couple of drops or 2 drops of kombucha acid in, but I do that when I put a little bit of base mix in, because otherwise it splits the eggs. Alright, so that's that. I'm not going to put kombucha acid in this one because I like it, I prefer it in winter. It works better in winter, I find. Right, so we'll just tidy these up because I don't need them anymore. Actually use a jar. And it is base mix time. Right, so it usually takes about 2 of these, so I'll just put half in for now and get that mixed. Okay, take it slow. You don't want to put a big wad of base mix in straight away and it's too dry, because then you've got to add more eggs and it screws up your recipe. Okay, so that's like cake batter. Okay, we need a firm paste that doesn't stick to your hands. Okay, so just keep adding a little bit at a time until you get the right consistency. Okay, mix. And once you get to the point where it's starting to boil up, then you can get your hands in there and knead it like you would do if you were making bread. Okay. Make sure your hands are clean, that you've washed your hands beforehand. You don't want any smells like petrol if you filled your car up, or if you smoke. Just use a big wooden spoon instead, because that will get into your bait and taint it. It'll still take a fair bit more of that. Smells good. See, it's starting to break up now. That's where you're getting to the point where you can mix it by hand. Okay, get your fork right through it, and then if there's any lumps of base mix that haven't been separated in the mixing process, you can break them up. So there's a little bit of Robin Red in there that needs breaking. Okay, you can see the colour. Looking good. So I've been making my own bait since I was about 11 or 12. So I started off with monster crab, Hutchie's monster crab, and me and my mate Paul Warren went to a fishing show with his dad and my mum, and we bought this base mix from Rod Hutchinson off the stand. Bought some monster crab. My mum didn't like it from the off, as you could imagine. We took it back. We didn't realise it was this claw buster stuff for fishing on the continent. I think it was when just after the time that he was fishing on Cassian. We made these things, and I'm not kidding. We boiled them for 2 minutes. They were like marbles. They were just catapult fodder, just bouncing around the kitchen. Mum went absolutely mentalised. So we stank the house out, and we had none of it that we could use. I think we rolled about 5 kilos of stuff. It was a complete and utter failure. So that was my first experience, and I think I learned quite a bit from that one.